We are so excited to be here, and we are actually still on our way back to our RV, so we're visiting family in one of their campers. Do you want to say hi, Jetty? No. We're having a hard time this morning. So, we are giving an overview of our time here, or our time in Scandinavia.
Yeah.
So, kiddos, do you want to share maybe your favorite part about Sweden?
I liked going at the roller coaster park.
Oh, what was it? Liseberg?
Yeah, Liseberg. And the Pippi Långstrump.
Pippi Långstrump.
My favorite part about it was seeing some of our friends.
That was the goodest.
Ja. Min favoritdel...
Wait, we can't see you, Thomas. Oh, wait, we can. Sorry.
Min
Prata högt där.
favoritdel var kanske den hela.
Hela Sverige.
Ja. Det var superskoj.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to scoot past here for a minute.
Man, I loved that the kids got to speak Swedish with Swedes. And what was interesting is that my accent came back while I was there talking with y'all. But then they picked up an accent, and then our Swedish friends started telling us, like, man, they sound better than you, Casey. And then they were teaching me words, and so they learned new words that I didn't know. Like, how do you say treehouse? I forgot. I kept calling it...
Trädgård.
Trädgård? Nej. Jag kallade det för trähus. Men var det när det är träkoja?
Ja, trädgård.
Just det var hon som lärde mig det. So that was kind of fun, is that they were learning like new vocab words and whatnot. But interestingly, we had a hard time speaking Swedish with Swedes, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they kept speaking English with us.
And they spoke really fast when they spoke Swedish.
Yeah. I guess we speak kind of fast when we speak English, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just speak Swedish with us, we want to know. Yeah, that was kind of fun. What was something that was the most difficult about being over there?
I hated that I didn't get to speak Swedish with them.
We didn't get to speak enough Swedish. I agree.
I think that it was maybe a little bit hard. I mean, the transport was fine, but it was a little bit hard when the bus was full. So it was hard to get our stroller and all 7 of us on.
Oh, that was rough. There was actually one time that we got on a bus. I think it was in Sweden. It must have been in Göteborg.
There were stairs.
Were there stairs? No. Well, I was thinking of we got on a bus, or we tried to get on a bus, but there was already a wheelchair and a stroller on there. And so we're like, how are we going to work this out? And the bus driver came back and he's like, we can make this work. It's okay. So like they shoved it back into the corner, and then we like just held the stroller in the way. And he's like, as long as you guys move, we shouldn't be doing this though. We shouldn't be doing this. And so it was kind of funny, but we ended up making it work. And I think the wheelchair got off, lady in the wheelchair got off at the next stop. So it ended up working out. But yeah, that was kind of tight, huh?
Yeah, it was.
So the kids all said something that they loved, and then they said something that they didn't like.
Okay.
I didn't say anything that I didn't like.
Yeah, what didn't you like?
I hate carrying suitcases.
That was a big frustration.
That was probably the hardest part, huh?
If we can just do Wingardium Leviosa and then have them like float around, that's what we're gonna do next time.
Well, then why can't we just teleport?
That's a way better plan. We're gonna teleport and not bring our suitcases.
That would be so nice. I think
Then we can just teleport our clothes to us.
if I had to redo the suitcases, I would do 2 big ones instead of like everybody having a little one. I didn't want to do a lot of checked luggage just because we had some friends that had not great experiences and they lost their luggage and other things. And so I was wanting to keep a lot of it with us. Plus you have to pay for the checked luggage and the carry-ons are free. And so that's why I was like, let's go that route. But
it just made so many pieces of luggage.
It made so many pieces of luggage, which was hard with our age and size of family. And so we ended up getting a bigger suitcase toward the end of our time there, or like halfway through, which made it a lot easier. But yeah, taking the days where we had to haul all of the luggage and the backpacks, and it kind of got heavier as we went because we were collecting books and
I mean, you guys saw how by the time
and...
we made it back to Chicago, you know, that was crazy.
Yeah. It was wild. So
I think we had a whole suitcase full of books and chocolate.
Yeah. We did. We had one whole suitcase that was dedicated to books and chocolate and goodies and souvenirs, really.
The good souvenirs. Stuff, man.
So that was a lot of fun.
Unfortunately, we couldn't bring humans back with us in the suitcases because we definitely would have brought our friends back with us.
Yeah. Magnus, why don't you scoot over this way a little bit so they can see Papa's face? There you go.
And my Sweden shirt, yeah, baby, I wear this proudly. I look like a tourist here in America, you know.
I have my Stockholm sweater. Yeah. We love it. Okay, so everybody shared something that they loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that they didn't love.
Hi,
Grandma is watching, so we're saying hi to Grandma. So hang on, let's see. So sorry, you said everybody said something that they loved?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think my favorite part, my two favorite things of everything was probably Gotland, was really up there, and then I loved Astrid Lindgren's World. That was like, I grew up dancing, theater child, so that was like a dream come true. And even though I couldn't like understand like all of the Swedish, because we had watched the stories before or read the books, I was able to follow along with the stories really, really well. I loved the music, the acting, and just like the immersiveness of it was amazing. That was like by far, I think, my favorite. And then learning about Astrid Lindgren's World, going to her museum and getting to learn about her was really, really awesome.
But not only that, what's that?
Oh, I was just saying it was fun.
Oh, yeah. Not only that, though, like when the show was done, it was totally new to us that you could just walk on the set and it was part of the play area.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. Like, I have never been to a place where the play area was the set they were on. Usually those are separate things and you can't touch it, you know, because they have to have it set up for the next time. So that was new and way cool. Made it quite immersive, especially like the castle, Ronja's castle.
Yes.
Or the castle
That
over
was
in Bröderna Lejonhjärta. Like, that was cool.
Parts that you wouldn't even see during the play, it was still completely done out like in the book or the movie, and it was really awesome.
Yeah.
I think I liked Ronja's set the most.
Ronja's
it was
set
a whole
was-
castle.
Was so fun. I really loved that. Yeah.
I love the little crazy troll things. I don't know what they are. They come out and they're like, varför då? Varför stoppade du foten genom taket? Varför då?
That was fun. You guys liked that in the movie too. When you
Yeah.
watched the movie.
Yeah.
Casey had a fun. I think we captured it in the vlog, but we watched the like third show of
Make sure to
Ronja.
talk to the camera so they can hear you.
Yeah. Well, I can't see your face, so I'm like going back and forth here.
I still look the same.
But we watched the third show of Ronja, and it left off on like this cliffhanger when I think Ronja was with the other family, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
And Burke was with Ronja's
They
family.
got switched. Yeah, and
They
were
got
doing
switched,
negotiations.
and then the play ended right there. And Casey was like, "What happens?" Because he didn't finish the movie with us because he had to hop off on a work phone call. So all the kids, we were like, all knew. So I was like, "Don't tell him." So he had to come back and finish watching it in live, which I thought was pretty fun to get to see him do that.
That was tight. Yeah, man, Astrid Lindgren does really good at like bringing your emotions through because she's talking about real life stuff. You know, like she brings the feels, and I love it. I just think that she did a great thing. It's obvious why she became such a phenomenon.
Yeah. Okay, kiddos, is there anything else that you guys want to share? Nope, don't think so. Nothing that you can think of. What were
Well,
some
I did get to ride a horse here.
when we got back?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to ride back. Oh, we got a comment. Let's see. What is
What's
this?
that say?
Oh, the trolls are called, what's that? Rumtisar? Rumpor?
Let's see. Hang on, it's not showing up on my
Bored?
feed yet. I gotta give it a second. But, okay, so we shared what we loved, what we didn't. What was something that you miss from Sweden right now?
Everything. The chocolate.
The
I
chocolate.
miss the chocolate.
Oh my gosh, she couldn't get enough chocolate.
Yeah, so much good chocolate.
I think that I miss how nice the Swedes were when you asked them. They really like to help you. I miss that.
Yeah, man, we felt safe enough to ask anybody anywhere for help. It was great, and we always got help, and especially with 5 kids, there was a lot of help that was needed. Obviously, we could do it, but obviously it's easier when people helped, and they did. It was great.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Except that one time on the train when there was this one time we were on a train and there was
Oh my
a
gosh.
specific vagn that had a door that wasn't opening, and they announced it, and they said it was like vagn 3, look out for vagn 3, the door doesn't open, and so you'll need to go to a different door. So I was looking around for a number, and I was unfamiliar with the train, so I couldn't find it.
We were asking
And-
a few people.
Yeah, we asked a few people, we're like, is this Vang Trea? And this guy looked around, and he came back, he's like, no, this isn't Vang Trea. And then it stopped.
Oh, wait, we have to give the preface before that. Sorry.
Okay.
Because what happened, we got on this train, and it was so packed. And typically we can leave our double stroller open, but there were so many people that they asked us to collapse our double stroller. And it was packed. It was moving day, right? So we had all of our luggage, had all of our stuff. And so we took everything out of there, all of the water bottles, and thankfully we had just some Ika Maxi bags that we were able to just like throw our stuff in. And we had to fold it up, and then we're getting to our stop, and so I'm like, okay, we've got to get off this door. So I open it back up, and
The
like,
stroller, not the door.
The stroller, and there's like people everywhere. I'm literally like everybody, like it's like I'm like,
so
oh, excuse
hot.
me, it's hot, it's crowded, and I'm getting stuff back on the stroller, and then we get to our stop.
And then the door didn't open, so it turns out that it was Vang Trea. And so we had to, I was like, where are we going to go? So there were two directions we could go to get to an open door. The direction behind me was packed with people standing in the aisle because there were too many. But the direction the other way was really narrow, so people weren't standing in the aisles. So I had to make a decision. I lifted the stroller above my head and just walked over people.
We had to fold it back up, so
We
we
had
fold
to
it back up again.
My
And so
mom
I just,
wasn't
like-
even finished taking stuff out of it.
No,
Yeah, and then I held it over my head as I walked by people, and they're looking at me like, that's definitely an American tourist, you know?
And I'm telling the kids, grab a suitcase and follow Papa. And I'm literally like shoving the suitcases down the aisle. And
I think everybody was just so surprised at like the theatrics that were going on that nobody offered to help. They just like sat there and they're like, what are these people doing? They need to calm down. But
There was one guy that
he was
actually-
standing by us.
he made sure that the door stayed open while we transferred all of our luggage. That was really helpful.
Yeah, he was back there. He helped us unload and load the stroller again. Like he was helping me grab some stuff. And then when we were kind of getting to the end, he said, I'm going to go up there and make sure that the door stays open. And so he bolted up there, and sure enough, he stayed right there by the, what do they call, the Ticketmaster? I'm not
Yeah.
sure who it is, the train people right there. And anyway, so it was quite funny. I was
So
also holding, Rowan was screaming also, like screaming and crying.
And
Like,
Jet was sleeping.
it was chaotic.
We created a jungle scene. Anyway, we made it off. That guy holding the door for us was our hero.
Yeah, it
And-
was,
It was great.
yeah.
But we made it off. It was okay. We laughed about it later and then decided that we were going to find out where Vang Tri is from here on out.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That was a little bit crazy. That was wild. But we all made it off and safe. That was the important part. Like because I think you ended up staying at the front of the train, and the kids were kind of going back and forth bringing you luggage.
Yeah.
And so it was like, as long as one of us is off the train with any kids or stuff, and one of us is on the train with kids and stuff, that's where I was like, as long as that's the case, even if we get separated, we can find each other
Yeah,
again.
we'll be all right.
So-
Even though train stops are much farther apart than bus stops, like when you got dropped off in Denmark, that was crazy. What were your thoughts when the door closed in Denmark? Do you remember?
Yeah, all I was thinking is, I want to get back.
Yeah. Open the door.
Open the door.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
That was a little bit. That was a like, yeah.
That was like the only-
Things had changed. Like we had met some friends, and so the dynamic shifted drastically. And then and we were kind of going to a place together, and so that's why it kind of got messed up. But thankfully, everybody said, "Wait,
Gotta make sure to talk to
he's
the
on the bus," and so, or he's not on the bus, and stopped.
Yeah, well, I think that one of the guys pushed the emergency button in the door, and
Mm-hmm.
then that's when he stopped. But the bus driver turned around and realized what was going on, too.
Yeah,
That was cool.
it was all really quick.
We probably threw off his schedule. That wasn't great.
Okay, what's the other question I wanted to ask? Well, hang on. We have a few comments. So she says, let's see. Oh, the little trolls in Ronjar are called Rumpnissa?
Rumpnissar.
Very
That's
cute and
awesome.
funny. Yes, butt elves. It really is that.
I love it.
Um,
Butthead elves.
okay. Pont USA says, followed your journey. Very nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you. We love that you're here. I'm going to butcher your guys' names. I'm sorry. Let's see. This one right here.
What's that one? Fede Kalv? I'm not sure.
It says, the background looks like you are in Sweden, but in summer. Yeah. It's actually, so what are we in January now?
Yeah.
And it's actually, we're in Oklahoma. And so it's pretty warm here right now. We're having like some nice warm days right now. So
Yeah,
it
too
does
warm
feel.
for me. I don't know why y'all have a sweater on. Jeez.
So cold. I don't have a
And
sweater
then
You have long sleeves.
Oh, Pod USA says maybe rent a van next time. Yes. Okay,
We
so
tried that.
bless you. We did
I'm gonna
attempt
sneeze
renting
again.
a van,
Okay.
but so number one, they were extremely expensive. There he goes, last one.
This
Bless
is
you.
Oklahoma's air for me.
They were a lot more expensive, and I think if we had planned more in advance, they would have been a lot cheaper. But we didn't, but also the reason that we wanted to, I wish there were certain places that I wish we would have rented a van. Like I wouldn't have wanted to rent a van for the entire time, I don't think. Like Stockholm, I really appreciated doing public transportation there. And even Malmö, I appreciated transportation there. Copenhagen appreciated transportation there, and
There was some
Oslo.
buses. I forgot what city, but there were some buses with the stairs.
That was in No, where was it?
No, that's
Vimmerby.
Yeah, Vimmerby.
I wanted a car.
Yeah.
I would have loved a car in Vimmerby. We were able to get to Astrid Lindgren's World, but there was like a moose park and like some other fun things we could have gotten to.
We're
But
getting to the grocery store, that was kind of rough.
yeah, that was rough. Vimmerby was a little rough, and we stayed too far away. Next time we're just gonna stay in the park. But yeah, so that's something for next time that I'm like, okay, we should definitely look at renting a van. We tried to rent an RV actually.
That would have been ideal for us, getting an RV, which we're used to, you know. But what happened is that the RVs in Sweden were smaller. They had a 6-person max capacity, and then if we wanted it for the 3 months that we were there, it was only going to be something like 160,000 crowns, and we were like, oh, maybe not.
Yeah, it was kind of expensive.
No slide outs? Like, there are no slide
And no
outs?
slide
Yeah.
outs. No slide outs,
No sales,
unfortunately.
which would have been tight.
Which
real
we're
tight.
very used to, so that would have been really tight for us.
Hade varit knökat.
Okay. A simple chaos in, what does that say?
In vagn 3. Yep. Yeah, we were definitely there. We were stuck. Dude, it was
Very
chaotic.
simple.
Like, I didn't even think to bring out the camera. I was just so flustered. Like, we've got a few seconds to get out the door, you know. They're going to close it and move on to the next stop.
We were so worried about that.
Yeah. Like, I didn't feel panicked. I just felt rushed. Like, we got to hurry.
Yeah.
And everybody's feet hurt too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd been
That
walking a lot.
That was
at
a
point.
long travel.
And then we
day.
still had more walking and traveling after that. I think we got in and we just all fell asleep.
Yeah. That was a lot.
I
De
think,
pratar svenska i Finland, ja. What?
I think that we had walked so much, my Achilles tendon hurt, so I had to limp at Astrid Lindgren's Vald.
That's right. You did end up having a foot issue for a little bit, huh?
Yeah, it's gone
that
now.
was-
But then you told it to not be there and then it stopped.
Okay, kiddos, one more question. What did you miss while you were in the U.S.? Or sorry, while we were in Scandinavia, what did you miss from the U.S.?
Oh,
Definitely didn't miss their bell peppers.
You mean America doesn't make good bell peppers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like the Swedish bell peppers,
I
huh?
still didn't miss the chocolate.
Or Scandinavian in general.
Yeah, you ate the bell peppers kind of like apples, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you say, kid?
I don't like the chocolate in the USA.
Oh, so you did not miss that.
So I asked them what they missed from the U.S., and all they've said so far is what they didn't like.
I missed the forests because I don't think we ever went in a forest in Sweden.
We did not, yeah.
Yeah,
We didn't
I
get
miss
them
going in
chance.
the forest.
It's fun just to like throw rocks and break sticks.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love to throw rocks at people.
But man, we missed out because Sweden's forests are amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely. Well, and that was the downfall, I think, with not having a vehicle, is that we couldn't get to more rural areas. If like we had to walk, like even just to go to Västerås, not Västerås, Fjärosbracken,
Oh, Bräckan.
or to go to that was a long walk to get to that, and so any of our nature excursions were long walks.
Yeah, the buses wouldn't veer off into the forest for some reason. Don't know
Yeah.
why.
But there were some parks. There was that, oh gosh, what was it called? It had the train in it. It was a beautiful, and it had farm animals, and old houses. Mary
Oh, yeah.
Skogen.
Oh,
You're
that
talking about
place.
north of Västerås?
Oh, is it that giant
I think
park?
so. Yes. Well,
I
there was a
remember
few, because the one in Västerås was Valby. That like it wasn't necessarily forest, but it was more nature and trees and the old houses and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we sort of did go in the forest, but not fully.
But not like a full nature excursion, huh?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
walking on a path. No, we got to in Gotland. our host in Gotland took us
Oh,
for a
that's
walk through
right.
the forest. You didn't get to come
I
on,
didn't
Chelsea.
go.
Yeah.
But that was awesome. That was fun. And then he was telling us on Gotland, I was asking about, like, are there coyotes or wolves or anything? And he's like, no, in Gotland there are no predators. And
I was shocked.
yeah, that was crazy. But he said that, like, one of the kings, I guess, several hundred years ago, decided to release some rabbits that he could go hunting. Came and hunted rabbits one time and was like, all right, we're done. And then the rabbits started overpopulating, so they tried to poison them, and it didn't work. And so now there are a bunch of rabbits out there and nothing to kill them.
Yeah.
Except maybe some people, I guess. I don't know. Is it legal to hunt them? I don't know.
You on this side, sis.
What were you going to say, Thomas?
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought he said it like it probably was legal to kill them because there were just so many.
Make sure to talk to the camera.
I think that might have been legal to kill them because there were so many. I don't know if it is though.
Dude, I would have eaten some rabbit stew. That'd be nice.
That'd be gross.
What do you mean gross?
That would have been tasty.
It's all gross.
Swedish rabbits. Maybe it tastes different. Maybe it's like chocolate.
Because they're Scandinavian rabbits.
Do they speak Swedish?
Okay, we had a few more. Let's see. In Sweden right now, it's pretty cold and snowy. That would have been another adventure for you. The trains now are pretty much standing still. Oh, do the trains not run when it's cold?
Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's crazy. Or do they just like have fewer
Or
go times?
Less frequent?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. Okay, so we do want to experience
I want to experience snow in
Scandinavian winter. I think that would be wonderful.
I did. It was great.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it was cold.
Yeah.
I loved it.
3 times now, because you were there twice for your mission, and then you went in January.
And then one time January, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Jenny Kanta. Sorry if I am
she's
butchering your name.
She's Finnish. Look at those double vowels.
Do you plan to go to Finland?
Don't prata svenska där med. Yeah, jamen. Yes.
We were very sad that we couldn't fit Finland in this trip. We wanted to,
Was
but
that
I
the
just
last
couldn't
part
make
of
it work.
Scandinavia, or
No.
Finland is not part of Scandinavia.
Right,
it's
right.
part of the North.
Right, I remember
It's part of
now.
the Nordic countries.
Yeah.
But yeah, our hope
That-
is
that
really
was
to get back
Iceland,
there
I think.
again. So we have plans for summer of 26 and 27, and so I don't know. But like, I have to look at like the visa rules and everything because we were there for 90 days. So I don't know, but we weren't in one country the whole time, so I kind of have to see when we can return even. But I would love to get back there sooner rather than later.
But they don't know that. They don't know that we went to like Denmark for a week and Norway for a week. I don't know. How do they track that?
I don't know.
Were they watching us? Are there cameras everywhere?
Well, but our visa did, like, it stamped a certain day in going to Sweden, and then we left from Copenhagen. So I don't know. That's all that's in our
Yeah.
passports. So
Right.
I have to look that all up, but we would
I'm
obviously
pretty sure
love.
it's 90 days within a 365-day period.
Right.
So we intend to go back maybe next year or the year after. So if you guys want us back, go ahead and donate. Help us get back. It's
Maybe we
expensive to
should
get there.
Start a fun with our party of 7. Yeah, it got. We're strategic about it this time, so I'm hoping we could do that again. But yeah, it definitely was a pretty penny to get us over there.
I think if we saved up for a couple of years, we'd be able to get back there again, yeah.
Okay.
That
All right.
was fun.
Kiddos, are you all done? You guys wanna peace out? Or are you still having fun?
Peace out.
Peace out. All right. Okay.
I could stay here.
All right.
Before you say, hey, hey.
Hey,
Hey, go this way in front of over here, sweetie.
peace out.
Peace out.
See ya, bro. You
No.
want to chill? That's cool. Yeah.
Okay. I think we had another comment. Let's see.
There was something about
Night.
winter storm.
They run when it's cold. Oh, she's talking about the trains. They run when it's cold, but we are having a bit of a winter storm. Actually, the second one. The third one is coming, so warnings are still out and traffic has been standing still.
Oh, man.
Wow. I have seen, I don't know if you've been following our friends on social, but I've seen just like snow pictures all around. Everybody's in snow right now.
That's the cool thing, though, about being in the United States and traveling in an RV is that there's something called following the 72, where you can just go around the edge of the United States where in the winter...
Just follow the weather.
Yeah, in the winter you're down south, and then in the summer you're up north, and then it's roughly 72 degrees Fahrenheit year round. And so it's nice. We did that last year, and that worked out very well. Right now, though, yeah, we're kind of in central United States, so we're still getting some of the chill. But yeah, we haven't had any winter. No, that's not true. We had a winter storm earlier in Illinois up north, That was real cold.
Oh, that's right. We did. For Thanksgiving, in fact.
Yeah, it got down to 0. Might even gotten 0 Celsius. Might
We
have
got-
gotten to
we
less
got a-
than 0.
I think we got like, what, 6 or 8 inches of snow, I think?
Yeah, that was cool.
Something like
And
that.
then there was even a lake. Thomas, tell me about the lake that froze enough for you to walk on.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't in Sweden.
That was here, yeah.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, there, the lake had been frozen the day before, but I knew it might have been frozen again because it snowed again, I think.
Mhm.
So, I was able to walk on it, though. I was even able to lay down on it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So it does get cold here in the States. At certain parts. Even
Well,
that's like central USA.
It stayed below freezing for 2 whole days. So the first day, what he's talking about, it was like maybe an inch thick, or like half an inch. But then by the second day, it was over an inch thick. And then he walked on it, and then the other kids all walked on it too. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But what's even cooler is that the day before, we thought it was fun to crack the ice. So I walked on the parts that we had cracked because it had frozen over, and I could walk on those safely.
Yeah, it froze again.
That's awesome. Okay. Let's see. Right here, this one.
Mickey Smed says, with the visa, you can travel free roam in 29 countries in Europe. Oh, so maybe it's time to just hit up other countries, and we'll get back to Sweden next year. Yeah.
Okay. Well, is that a specific type of visa though?
A free roam visa, yeah. Mickey Smed, is that? Yeah. Is there a different type of visa that you get?
Schengen? Okay. We'll have to look into that because we were just on like we didn't apply for any sort of visa. We just
the
got our
typical one,
passports.
yeah, our passport.
But the kids' passports are viable for 5 years. So my goal is to get back there before that 5 years is up. So, I mean, ours is 10, but.
And before he's an adult and decides he needs to leave us.
I know, we only have like 5 more years with you, which is kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
Also, I would love for the little boys to remember more of it, because
Yeah.
they're not going to remember a lot. But that's part of why I wanted to document everything, is so that, like, we'd have video of it and, like, proof that they were there.
So that Rowan can remember throwing trash in the wrong trash can, screaming on the buses. Yeah, it's going to be good. Like, check it out, Rowan.
He was so calm.
He was, well.
Make a trip to Epstein Island? What the heck?
What?
Why would you even suggest that? I'm not sure where to go with that.
I believe the Swedish visa gives you free access to all other countries within the, however you say that word, area. Schengen?
Yeah, I don't know what Schengen is.
Schengen area.
Schengen?
Okay. But that's something that
Schengen?
to look up.
Maybe it's an island in Europe or something.
What?
The Epstein Island.
No, it's a political deal.
No, I don't know
We will
what.
not be going there unless
don't
it's
know what
somewhere
Epstein
different. But we're just happy to be in the north.
Okay, go to Area 51.
Area 51. That's good. Yeah, if you want us to get bombed or have
Area
3 arms.
Nice. Yeah, I wish, like, that would be a fun thing to see if it was real. But
We've been near there.
to
We drove through New Mexico, and yeah, they have alien stuff everywhere. They totally capitalize on that.
everywhere. Yeah.
But I'm not really interested in their alien stuff. Their Hatch green chili peppers is where it's at. So if you go to New Mexico, get the green chili peppers, baby.
So good.
You know, interestingly, over in Sweden, as we talked to some of the Swedes, they were like, yeah, people don't really, like, Americans don't really know Sweden. All they know is Stockholm. And I'm like, well, I mean, Stockholm is like where an airport is, and it's the capital city, so that's where we go. But what's interesting is that as we talk with the Swedes, unless they have family here in America, they don't know America except for, like, Los Angeles, New York City, and Chicago, and Florida, which, you know, are high points here in America, too. But there's so much more. Yeah, going through New Mexico, like I said, the Hatch green chili peppers, you know, that's good stuff. And then each state that you go to has their own little thing. Like, I found out that in Indiana, they have something called hot chicken. And it just means spicy chickens, not the temperature of the chicken. All right, what are these comments coming through?
Hang on. I think we've had a misunderstanding. Why are you laughing? I've been there. Are you going back to Sweden? Where? Oh, that's a different.
Oh, I'm really stuck. Okay, so
we are not making fun of you. Sorry, no. It's just
Epstein Island is a huge political deal here in America. I'm sure you've heard a lot about it. We're not going to go into opinions or anything on it. It just I thought that you were joking with us, saying we should go to Epstein Island
or Area 51. I don't know. I've never heard that you can actually go there. I just know that you can be close to it. And so I was surprised by that comment. Thank you. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and just close that door, Thomas? Anyway, we're not making fun of you, dear.
It's just a huge political
person,
deal, and
yeah.
I thought that's what you were referring
Yeah.
to.
So, okay. Another comment here said, are you going back to Sweden? Where Sweden is expensive to live in?
Was Sweden expensive?
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, we do plan to go back to Sweden, and it was expensive. The gas there was crazy. We actually borrowed a car from one of our friends, and I went to fill it up, and I didn't think much of it. I mean, I hadn't done the calculations yet, but as I got through, I'm pretty sure, because it's per liter there, so it's crowns per liter, so I had to convert it to what I'm used to, which is dollars per gallon, and I'm pretty sure if I did the calculations right, it came out to something like $8 a gallon or $9 a gallon. And I mean, that's insane. Even in California, I didn't see prices like that at the height of the gas prices in 23 and 24.
Wow.
Yeah, but yeah, it was definitely pricey over there. And then that's why we didn't rent a vehicle either. It was just cheaper to take public transport and pay for that.
Yeah, I think that was part of it too, as we did the math on that it would have been way more expensive to do a vehicle. And so yeah, that's why we did that. Okay, I want to hear, so we talked about our favorite parts. I want to talk about things that we missed from Sweden, because you and I didn't get answer these questions. What do we miss from Sweden now that we're back in the States, and what did we miss from the States while we were in the Scandinavia?
I don't know. I think that's rough because we weren't like living there long term, and so I'm not sure that I missed anything here in America. I was just happy to be in Sweden. Well, except that I guess I did miss filtered water.
I was gonna say there was one thing I know that you missed.
Fair, filtered water, RO water here, and I did miss having access to the foods that I like being able to buy from farmers here in America. We just buy directly from them, and we get milk, sour cream, cheese, eggs, things like that. And I understand that there are farmers in Sweden. We just couldn't get to them because we didn't have a vehicle, and they're not quite as prevalent as they are here in the States.
Yep. I'm trying to think. The things. What did I miss? I did miss having a car. I missed having a car. But I also was glad to learn the skill of public transport and know that we could do it. Like, I was a little bit nervous about that, but actually that was one thing that was really nerve-wracking for me going there. And I was happy to learn that, like, we adjusted really well to it. And because we have been traveling, we've been RVing for almost 3 years, and so when we got there, I think it was like a week in, we were just like, okay, this is the new normal. Like, we adapted pretty well. And that was kind of shocking to me because we were in a new country. So I was like, this is going to be totally different. But we adapted pretty well. We walked a ton. Like, we walked so much. And that was not as hard as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it was. But I feel like, again, we adapted really well. And our stroller was used and very, very well loved during that time. And it's still going. Like, it's still going. So that was great. Let's see. I'm trying to think the other things that I missed initially. I think the biggest thing that I miss, and this is any time, because we've done this in the States too, where we hop from Airbnb to Airbnb. And what's difficult about that is that you don't have the same kitchen, you don't have the same bed, you don't have the same setup. The house is always different. And so, especially when we have younger kids, it's like orienting yourself to the new space, and like, we don't know always what we're going to get to be able to cook with, right? And so, like, Casey has some specific health needs, and like, sometimes there was cookware there that wasn't the best for his body, and we just kind of had to deal with it because we're not going to be carrying around, a cast iron pan and like wooden spoons. And so that was the downside of traveling like that and we moved a lot more frequently. So when we're in our RV, we only move about every 3 weeks. That's kind of our minimum. And sometimes we'll stay longer in places. And then, but with an Airbnb, and while we were in Sweden, I think the max we stayed anywhere was like 10 days, maybe something like that. And so we were moving a lot more frequently, which was in its own way tiring. And so, like, we obviously shared all of the fun adventures and what we did, but in between all of those days, we had like complete rest days where we didn't leave the house, and we just rested, and we, ate food, and
just zonked out on the couch.
We just zonked out. We totally vegged out. We were taking naps, and so that's really what made this doable, and why I wanted to go for so long, because there was so much that I wanted to do and see, but I knew with the age of our family and the sizes of our family, we couldn't just go. And so, and planning it, like, even if we did like a 2-week trip, like going every single day with little kids, I just knew we couldn't even do that. And so I was like, we need to have a good amount of time there. And then I think we averaged probably 3, maybe 4 on a long week days out and about, and the rest of the time was home.
Yeah.
It was sort of like we were half living in Sweden like normal Swedes, and then half tourists.
Yes. Yeah, which was a lot of fun. I think that's Rowan. Go get Rowan. Our kids are out playing around. We do have a lot of comments. Okay.
Oh, do they have spicy foods in Sweden? Grandma asked, Cape Homer 8. Yeah, they do have spicy foods, but it's not very spicy. And so that's something that I missed in Sweden. Yeah, was getting access to spicy foods. What's funny is that I talked to the Swede who said that he liked spicy food. And I was like, oh, give me your ways. What's your connections? I want to get spicy food. And he's like, yeah, I put extra table pepper on. And I was like, that's not spicy. Come on. I'm looking for like burn your face off spicy. So yeah, we didn't find that in Sweden.
No, you didn't at all? Anywhere we went? No spicy
no.
food?
Well, there was one Airbnb we stayed at where the guy apparently liked spicy food, and he had the hookups because he had like Vietnamese spice in his drawers and stuff. But I didn't want to take his personal förråd, so I just left it.
Yeah. Thomas, will you go be with them for a little bit, please?
Yes.
Okay.
Thai food is spicy in Sweden. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, I missed out on that.
Okay, here's a comment right here that I can't read.
Let's see. Nornendal i Finland i Mumindalen var ett fantastiskt utflyktsmål för er familj. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, we'll have to look that up. Nordendal. It sounds like it might have some Swedish influence or something. That's interesting. Okay.
Sorry, what?
Let's see.
The tablet?
Um,
No, don't get him in the car. Sorry, guys, hang on. Thomas,
why
the
don't you
tablet's
go
in
take care of
there.
it?
That's okay. This is part of it, okay? Navigating 5 kids and figuring everything out. So
Being chaotic.
real life is still happening right now.
The Schengen.
Wait.
area.
I still don't know what this was. The comment you read.
Nordendal.
Oh, it's just a good place in Finland to go to.
Yeah, they're just saying. So, Janne, is that how you say your name? Janne Kanta, 2884. Yeah, she's. Janne said to check out Nordendal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then the
Spicy
Schengen, I still can't pronounce it. Schengen area is a zone in Europe where internal border control have been abolished, allowing the free movement of over 400 million people, including EU citizens and visitors, to travel. Oh, cool. We'll have to look that up, too.
Oh, and someone else is saying the Nordendal in Finland. My son
Nordendal
loved
again.
it. Okay.
Love it. That was Birgitte 9046. Dang, I'm struggling with the names here, guys. Forgive me.
I know. Sorry.
Are you crying after seeing Sweden emoji because of good memories?
We have such good memories in Sweden.
Dude, it was fantastic. I mean, for all the reasons that we've already said in our vlog, like the Swedes are amazing people. We really had a great time. The bus system was awesome and allowed us to get everywhere we wanted to. It's green and beautiful. The food was real tasty. And this isn't quite Swedish food, I guess, but like the kebab was freaking awesome. We loved that. We could definitely get some more. So we miss a lot of that. We miss a lot of our experiences. It just felt real calm over there, and we loved it.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
Thomas, kan du bara stänga dörren och hålla dig där ute? Ja, tack. Vore hjälpsamt.
I miss just riding. Okay, so one thing I loved about riding the bus and the public transportation is that we could look at all the scenery around us as we were driving. And like, we could actually just sit with our boys and help them on the trip instead of like having to unbuckle and reach back in the car in their car seats and whatnot. And so that was actually like, okay, I didn't like having to go by like their time schedule all the time, but not driving everywhere ourselves, I really enjoyed. Like, we got to see all the scenery. So like, I have lots of memories of just sitting on the bus and just watching these green, beautiful landscapes and the red houses and the yellow fields of rapeseed flowers, and just, anyway, it's just so pretty.
Gorgeous. But when we come back, Swedes, we want to talk Swedish with y'all. We don't want to talk English. Be with us, man. Cut us a break.
Okay. Someone's doing research for us. Mace Exchange or Max something Exchange. Sorry, man.
Mac Exchange.
Mac Exchange. For stays up to 90 days, tourism visiting, no visa needed. U.S. citizens do not need a visa for short visits to Sweden. The Schengen rule, you can stay up to 90 days within any 180-day period. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
So that might really be worth it
Yeah.
to look into. Would you like to go to northern Sweden?
Yes.
Yeah, that was one of the things that we knew that we would miss on doing public transportation because it gets fewer and far between up there. And in fact, we were trying to go to the Dalahest factory. That was going to be like our part of our Christmas to ourselves, was going to the factory and getting to get a horse from the actual factory. But
Niels factory.
But public transportation was a pain. It was also during midsummer, which is like crazy up there. And so
we just couldn't. We could have made it work, but it was going to be really difficult and really expensive, so we decided not to.
It was like a 4-hour bus ride there from where we were at. And then for the bus that would come back that same day that would get us, we'd only have like an hour and a half at the factory, which we didn't feel like would be enough time, especially with our 5 kids and how long it takes to go around stuff. And so then we're like, well, why don't we just stay a night? Like, we'll just book an Airbnb, we'll stay a night, and then we'll catch the bus home the next day. Well, everything was booked because it was midsummer, and yeah. Anyway, so it didn't end up working out, but so that's one place that I really want to go back to get to visit. And then the ice castle, I've heard, is amazing. I would love to go visit that.
That'd be cool to stay there.
Let's see.
Oh, DA7563. Hej från Kungsbacka. Det var kul att se era videos från häromkring.
Yeah.
Kungsbacka is our absolute favorite place. We love Kungsbacka. So good.
That's where
it's the best.
It's the best. You might get some people
oh my gosh
harping on you for that. There's a lot of amazing places in all of Scandinavia, but Kungsbacka was was like his home away from home in Sweden when he was visiting.
Dude, I feel at home there, man. My family's there. Yeah.
And all of our friends that really we got to hang out with were in Kungsbacka. Yeah.
Kungsbacka.
Yeah. And so, there were some in Västerås, but but Kungsbacka, and we stayed there the longest out of all of our time, especially to be able to hang out with them. And so many good memories.
And Bräckan was beautiful there, getting to swim and play, and yeah, it was nice. Plus, it was close to Mosens, close to Göteborg, so we got to go to Göteborg and hit up Mosens. Ooh, that was worth it, man.
Yep.
Still my favorite kebab.
Visiting Jönköping.
Jönköping.
Got it.
We went by Jönköping.
No, we didn't. We didn't go by Jönköping this time.
Oh, okay.
Because it was between. If we had gone, because we debated, because we were in Stockholm and then we went to Gotland and then went back to Stockholm area, but we debated going from Stockholm and then Gotland and then going into, what's the name of that city there? It starts with a K.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's the other port.
There are 2 ports, yeah.
2 ports. So the other port, the southern port of Gotland, that was the city that I wanted to visit.
No, not of Gotland, just south of Stockholm on the mainland.
No, that was Nynäshamn.
Nynäshamn?
Yeah, so
that's the one that we went to.
That's the one that we
went to. South, yeah.
There's one.
Kalmar.
One. That's the one.
Kalmar.
And anyway, if we had gone that way, there's a big castle there that I wanted to see. And then anyway, so there's so much more we still need to explore, right? But Jönköping.
But we need a vehicle.
We didn't made it, yeah. Okay, so the other thing we thought of was just buying a vehicle for the time that we're there and then selling it. I don't know if that would be a legit.
Anybody in the market for a vehicle?
Yep.
For 7 people?
Traveling.
That was something that was new, actually, is that like here in America you have like vans, and that's what you get if you have 7 people. And then sometimes you have an SUV. You wouldn't really have a coupe though that would fit 7 people. And so that's why there's like the mom's minivan is kind of the joke here. But in Sweden, you could fit 7 people in a coupe type vehicle or like a wagon.
But no luggage.
But you couldn't fit any luggage. There was no storage space. And so, that wasn't ideal either. And so even when we borrowed a car, we didn't stick everybody in there. We just borrowed the car so that I could drive from place to place. Mm-hmm. But like getting our whole family in a vehicle and luggage, I don't know how to make that happen except that we get like a 9-seater van, one of the skåpbilar.
It's in the minibus.
Yeah.
Minibus.
Yeah.
Okay, we have some... Hey everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you. We
Traveling White Whitcombs.
DA7563. If you're going far north, I suggest mid-July or August. Any earlier will be a lot of mosquitoes. Any later can start getting cold. If going in the winter, then March, not too cold, lots of snow and sun. Okay, we will keep that in mind.
I didn't know there were mosquitoes up there. I'm not sure that I experienced any mosquitoes in Sweden ever.
Okay, that was actually the first thing. No, I don't think. No, I got bit a few times, but it was towards the end of our stay there. But we got to Sweden and it was like no bugs, like, it was like a solid month and a half before we saw our first fly.
Yeah,
And I was like, what?
Before we saw our first fly, that was weird. So, like, you know, all of our friends had the windows open. They're like, just open up the windows to let the air through. And I'm like, what about the bugs? There were no bugs.
You don't do that in the States because you have bugs. You have to have a screen on your window. You can't just have open windows with no screen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, your home is infested. So that was really shocking to me. I was like, what? It was really nice, actually, because I'm not a huge bug person.
And the
So,
fresh
like,
air coming through was great, yeah.
It was wonderful. Oh, hang on. Okay, we have more comments, but I just thought of something. The one thing that I really missed from the U.S. while I was in Sweden was a full-size broom. All they ever had was this, like, the broom, and it has the dustpan with it, right? So it has the dustpan stand, and then it has the skinny little broom, but it's only, like, at hip height. And so
you have to lean over like a grandma.
Like, and it wasn't ever a round handle. It was like a square rectangle handle. And so it felt uncomfortable to like hold and sweep. Anyway, that was one thing that came to mind that I missed while in Sweden. I was like, I just want a regular broom. But there was also a lot more, like, we did a lot of vacuum cleaning instead. Which again was different. It wasn't like a stick vacuum with like the head that we have here. It was like the whole vacuum base is on the floor with the cord up to the stick. And so that was new and different. And I like my cordless stick vacuums and my full-size brooms. So I missed that. I'm glad to have those back now. Okay, let's see.
Öland och Kalmar ner till Karlskrona och vidare ner till Österlen är fint på sommaren. Dude, all of this sounds awesome. I'm loving the suggestions. We'll have to look them up because I'm not familiar with a lot of these places. But yeah, when we go, our intent is obviously we'll be in Kungsbacka in Göteborg. But yeah, then our intent is to visit some of these new places that you guys have been recommending. And hopefully we can do a meetup and then we can all chill together, you know, and eat kebab or something. That sounds great.
That would be fun. I would love that. Kungsbacka, lots of snow today. Greetings from
Djupedala, Lindome.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Hej från Lund. Jag bor 5 minuter utanför Lund i en by som heter Hjärup. Det var så kul att se er i Lund. Älskar era videos. Det var så kul att se er resa i Sverige. Det var vackert i Sverige. Lund was pretty, man. Well, we didn't get to see like the surrounding area, but I guess that Lund is known for its forest and whatnot. I mean, all of Sweden is. But we didn't get to visit. We got to visit like domkyrkor and stuff like that. And that was totally worth it, man. Gorgeous down there. Gorgeous.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that whole square with the domkyrka was really beautiful.
And we had some friends in the area where when we were going to visit, we just ran into her. We weren't expecting to see her, and then she was like, "Hey, if you guys are coming down to Lund, why don't you just stay at our place?" And they were just going to stay at their parents, and I was like, "You're just going to give us your entire place and let us live there for a week?" She's like, "Yeah, no problem." So her and her husband, they went and lived at her parents' place for a week while they let us have full reign of their house, their apartment. Like, that's crazy, you know? You Swedes are absolutely amazing that you're willing to just give us your entire place to stay at. Oh my goodness, the hospitality in Sweden is second to none. We love it there. We love the Swedes.
Yeah, we loved that. I want to talk a little bit about oh, hang on, this comment. When you say it, there seem to be less bugs lately. I am not used to the clean air car windshield all the time. Now it is rare. Oh, interesting.
Not used to it.
He's saying that it's more recent that there's not as many bugs, I guess.
Oh, okay, all right.
Interesting. So we were in Norway did we hit Norway for 2 weeks? I think we were in Norway for 2 weeks, and then we were in Denmark for 1. So originally the plan was that we were going to be, so obviously we spent the most of the time in Sweden because that's where Casey got to serve his mission. That's where we knew a lot of people, and there was a lot of things that we knew that we wanted to see there. If we had more time, I would have loved, because we didn't get to go out and see, like, we saw the Oslo fjord, but I would have loved to go. I've heard that even further west.
Trondheim would be nice.
Yeah, that they're just gorgeous. And so, you guys, there's, like, still so much that I'm like, I want to go back and see all of it. In fact, I was like, Casey, we should just buy an RV in the Europe RV. Or RV Europe.
Which I considered it. Yeah, I would have been open for that. I love being in Europe. Just, you know, my body's not digging the food. Especially not having, like, a big enough kitchen to do everything.
Yeah, the big enough kitchen would be hard. Well, and the thing is that you need a lot of homemade stuff.
Yeah.
But the fruits and veggies, you did great on.
Yep.
The sourdough bread, you did fantastic on. But pork was an issue. Pork was in a lot of the beef. Like beef, you have an issue with pork and chicken, and finding just pure beef was difficult.
And even then, the beef wasn't high quality. It didn't feel great.
It didn't. Yeah, for whatever reason, it didn't feel great on your stomach, and so that was kind of the biggest thing. And then did the dairy? Did you do okay on the dairy?
No, I stayed away from the dairy. What's interesting is that, like, so I can suffer for a little bit. Like, I ate the kebab pizza, and that hurt, for a couple days.
But it was worth the pain.
It was worth the pain. And then, but then as I'm, like, trying to heal afterward, the water and the food were still attacking me. So that wasn't great.
Yeah.
What are we seeing here?
Okay, let's see.
Right now, it's crazy over here. A lot of snow, says Mac Lundqvist, 2944. So much snow. It's super nice. Dude, I love snow. Yeah, I'd be throwing the kids out there, go sledding, go have fun, do your thing. Yes, Winter Wonderland, says Marcus Jung, all over right now. Mickey Smed says, dry spring equals less bugs and mosquitoes. Yeah, I'm all about fewer mosquitoes. Do not like them.
Okay.
I just heard that there were mosquitoes now in Iceland. I guess they got brought over there somehow. That stinks for Iceland. Sorry, bros. That's one of the places we want to visit, too, is Iceland. Yeah. We're
going to get all of the Nordics eventually. That's our goal. 10 inches of snow in Kungsbacka now. That is also rare this year. So
yeah, that's what we heard.
Yeah.
The friends were saying that it snows less frequently there.
Especially because you've got those two bodies of water. You got the fresh water and then the salt water right there. So it makes it so snow doesn't stick as much.
Yeah, kind of humid.
So. Okay. I'm trying to think. Let's see. We're coming up on our...
If y'all have any other questions, throw them in because we're coming to a close here pretty soon.
We're gonna pause it at an hour. So one thing that I'm remembering that I initially, and I think I captured this in the vlog too, but when we first got back and we had to buy bottled water in the States, I constantly was dropping the lids because the lids on the bottled water in Scandinavia are like clipped on. And I remember that was a really hard thing for me to get used to at first. I was really bothered by it.
Yeah, like hits your nose, it feels
weird.
And
I was like, and then, you learn to just put it to the side and it was a lot better. But then when we got back to the States, I would just like let go of the bottle and it would drop on the ground. I was like, what the heck?
No, the lid.
The lid. And anyway, then I was like, that was the most brilliant invention ever. Like, I love that.
I feel like it's such an easy manufacturing shift. They should do that here.
Yeah.
Also, bottled water is not ideal. We're with all of you that like all the microplastics and who knows what kind of processing it goes through. I didn't trust it. All I know is that it hurt my stomach less.
Yeah. Okay, you should ask for... You should ask for...
halal meat to get the best beef. Oh, interesting. Oh. I didn't know that changed the quality of it. I just thought that they had like certain requirements of what it was allowed to touch and stuff like that. But that's worth looking into.
Yeah, that would be very bueno. Let's see. And then,
unless some of y'all on here are farmers, then we'd be happy to support going to your place. Heck yeah.
Yes, we love farmers. They're our friends. Dang it, I was gonna ask you a question. Oh, you liked the fjut, the meat in the flour, the white stick meat.
The fjut.
That's not what I said.
Okay.
That is not what I said.
Yeah, I don't remember.
What is it called?
I don't remember what it's called. Oh yeah, fuet. There was like a Spanish salami type sausage thing, and that did well. That's pork.
That's pork.
That's pork, but it didn't hurt me. Yeah,
what?
It felt good. Well, the pigs in Spain are raised differently. A lot of them are either fed just acorns or they take care of their pigs very well over there.
Dang.
It's Spanish.
It's Spanish.
Spanish.
Okay, what was the best time of our time in Sweden or Scandinavia in general, and what was the worst? Like best day, worst day.
Best day would have to be Visby. I loved going around Gotland.
Visby.
Gorgeous over there. I just loved feeling the history, seeing the broken down churches and whatnot. That was wonderful. Just like getting a feeling for the thousands of years of history
medieval,
there. The medieval feeling and whatnot. Plus the
so
food
good.
there was fantastic because I think that they get half of it from the farmers that are on Gotland. And so a lot of it's local. Like we got...
Best food on Gotland.
Best food, yeah. Like I got a nice lammkorv. Oh man, I got 2 of them and that was a mistake. I should have gotten 19 to have leftovers.
Mine had little flowers on it. It was so pretty.
And then they even had like sourdough hot dog buns. I like sourdough.
So
I think it tastes good.
It was so good. And then I had the best donut of my life in Gotland.
But it's only available on Sundays. And then
I got it on the Sunday that we're there, and I'm like, let's go back and get it. And we go back, and they're like, we only make those on Sundays. And I'm like, I leave on Saturday. Like,
it was so sad.
It was so
She
sad.
actually cried. She shed real tears because of the lack of donut.
I did. I told Casey, I said, I will never feel fulfilled again until we come back to Gotland and I can have another one of those donuts. So we're definitely making it back.
All right, but the worst in Sweden, I don't know. I'm not sure that we really had like cruddy days.
No, there was a travel day that sucked really, really bad. And I can't remember exactly where we were going from, but you hadn't booked a bus for us. And we had a
That's
long distance
right.
bus, and we tried to get a train and then a bus. And like we kept going. I can't remember what city we were going from, but we just grabbed a regular public transport train and we got to a place. And for whatever reason in our brains, it was when we first got there. It was one of our very first travel days. And so it must have been from Flemingsberg to the next place that we were going to. And for whatever reason, we were like, oh, like we'll just hop on the trains. Like it didn't register that we had to book the long distance trains in such advance. Like we thought we could just buy a ticket and get on the long distance train. Not the case. And so we got to the place, and like Casey was looking, he's like, oh yeah, there's spots on this train. I'll buy it when we get there because our internet was being weird. And then we got to the place and that train was booked, and the next one didn't come, or like the next one that was available, because they were all booked up, the next one wasn't available.
It was like
for
2
hours. And we're just like, oh my gosh. And so, and it's already getting later in the day. And so then he's like, there's a bus over here. So we walked like 30 minutes. I don't know where because we were getting lost too. Like we were walking all over the train station and with all of our luggage and all of our kids, and it was exhausting. And we get to the bus and we get in line and we're getting on, and then Casey's like, they went to go buy tickets and there wasn't enough for us. There was only like 6 seats and we needed 7.
Yeah.
And so we turned around and we got back out of there. Eventually I think we sat down and we got lunch or some sort of food. We sat down and we ate, and then you booked us on a train and we had to wait. So we ended up waiting like 4 hours between the time. And so we got there super duper late. And then and this was one of the ones where it was like a good, like, I think it was like a 10, 15 minute walk to the Airbnb from the bus stop. And
the kids were already dying and they were tired. Yeah.
So that was our hardest travel day.
I think we took a full day after that just to relax.
We did. And I didn't end up documenting that day because it was our first travel day within Sweden, and I just wasn't sure how it was going to go.
We were way too stressed anyway.
Way too stressed. And then we got done and we're like, holy crap. Like, that was so hard. From then on out, we knew the system better, and it went much better from then on. But our first travel day was so hard.
You're right. That was pretty difficult.
It was so hard. And then our travel day
learned a
coming
lot.
home was really hard, not having, because we couldn't gate check our stroller in Copenhagen. So
they saw the video.
Yeah, we had to go through. Well, the part that I missed that I realized I didn't even document it because it was so much. We had to go through customs without our stroller. So we landed in Copenhagen JFK. We landed in New York, and we had to go from New York to our next one, all without our stroller. And anyway, it was
rough.
It was a lot. I'm glad that part's over.
It was interesting reading the comments, though, as you guys saw, like, our different travel flubs and how we messed up. And you're like, why didn't you just take this bus here and go there? And, like, you know, you guys have the convenience of living there and being familiar with it. And so that makes it nice. You know, it would have been nice to travel with somebody like that. Of course, we asked for help when we needed it, but sometimes we didn't, and it wasn't really a big deal, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I guess while I was there, it felt like a really cruddy day. But now that we're back, I don't really remember it being so bad, you know? It was all just good.
It was all amazing. Okay, we have some comments that I can't read.
Let's see. The clipped lid is pretty new, 1 to 2 years. I think it's an EU thing. Yeah, we love that.
Okay.
DAW7563. Ricard TG says, when I buy pork, I only buy domestic raised pork and not imported. Oh, okay. Maybe it's better that way. I should give that a shot. Elin Tornseglare says, har ni möjlighet att hyra en minibuss och resa upp väg E45 från Göteborgs trakten genom hela Sverige? Bra biff finns, och jag tipsar om bra ställen att köpa kött direkt från bonden. Yes, tack Elin. Då ska vi få träffas i Sverige och du får hjälpa till. Väldigt viktigt att köpa kött helst lokalt, jajamän, och aldrig import, vilket tyvärr finns en del i vanliga affärer. Ja, det fattar jag. Do you regret not renting a car, Eric Schillen, 2122? Do you regret not renting a car instead of going to public transport? Or maybe you managed to get closer to Swedes and Swedish culture this way? I guess it's kind of a little bit of både och. Like, you know, it's pretty common to take public transport, but if we had a car, then we could have gotten to more places that we wanted
Yeah.
to. But the public transport was also nice because I don't like driving. So when I sit in the driver's seat, I feel sleepy. So I have to like chew on carrots or like eat sunflower seeds to stay awake. But when I'm just sitting on a bus and I can just be with our kids, I don't feel sleepy. It's great. Then we can look outside. We can talk with them. We can address their needs and whatnot. So anyway, yeah, I guess it's a little up and near.
There were, I think there were probably 3, maybe 4 places that I was like, I would love a car here. Like Holsteby, because it was just a little tiny village and it took like 20 minutes to get into town, just the bus ride to get into the city. And then it was, from there it took a little bit longer. But, yeah, so there were a few places that I would have loved a car, but I'm also glad that we did public transport because it took out all of the, I guess kind of self-navigating, if that makes sense. Like, I guess, no, I don't know, because we had to navigate the bus system. I don't know. I'm glad that we did it. There was also times I wish we had a car.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Mac Lundqvist 2944 says, next time take the booze cruise to Finland. That's a crazy tradition. Viking Line or Silja Line. Bro, I'm glad you said that.
That sounds awesome. I wonder if that's similar to the Gotland.
The booze cruise.
The booze cruise.
Yeah, we were wondering how to get to Finland other than flying. So yeah, that sounds good.
I would love to take a cruise there.
KL Palmer, Grandma says, thanks for all the work of capturing your trip on video and taking us along. It was so fun being along with you.
Aww.
Yeah, it was fun having you with. Janne says, kul att se er igen, over and out from Torshälla. Right on. Yep, if you rent an RV, then don't rent in Denmark as you'll pay more. Rent it in Sweden or German, properly the cheapest. Right on.
Okay, when we got to Denmark and we went to the store and like I remember people telling it to me after we got there. I just like didn't think about it, but we're like buying stuff and then I can't remember what it was that I finally it was the meat. I finally registered how much more expensive everything was and we were like, holy crap.
Super pricey in Denmark. Super pricey.
It was much more expensive, so but there was a lot of really cool things in Denmark that I loved. I loved seeing the Little Mermaid, the Christus.
Yeah.
Gosh, what else was there? Hans Christian Andersen.
It was just gorgeous, yeah.
Denmark was gorgeous. I loved Oslo too, the fjord. I was really sad that we didn't make it into that church though. So.
All right, my tailbone's hurting. I think it's time to call it quits.
Okay. Did we get all of the comments? Norway are a lot more expensive.
I don't know.
Between Denmark and Norway, I don't know.
Norway seemed more manageable.
But maybe we were also just in like
what do I
tourist
know?
mode.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we're just like, whatever, just pay it because we're here. So, all right. Well, we love you guys.
This was fun.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Thanks for the tips. That's helpful. We'll check out those places.
We love all of the tips. All of the tips. And what was I gonna say? My brain is all over the place now.
Yeah. Well, it was good chatting with you guys. Keep leaving comments. Keep coming along on our journey. Now we're back in America. So we'll show you what it's like RVing around and checking out the place here.
I forgot. There was one comment that asked us if we have been to Canada or Mexico. And we have been to Canada and we have a vlog coming up on that. And so stay tuned for that, of course. And all of the, well, yeah, okay. What was the other thing I was going to tell you? Oh, I think what we're going to be doing here next is that we'll be putting out our Christmas vlog because we just got done with Christmas and New Year's. I'll be setting that out and then we'll be jumping right back into when we got back from Sweden. So anyway, we love you guys. We're so grateful for all of your support in the community and this was a lot of fun. So let me know if you guys liked the lives and if you would like to do more of that. So yeah. Oh, all of these hidden gems in Flemingsberg. Okay.
Yeah. We'll reach out next time before we go. And like I said, we'll hopefully set up some meetups around Sweden and get to actually meet some of you guys. That'd be a blast. Have you guys help us plan our trip because there were so many like gems that y'all told us about. So, all right. Love you guys. We'll talk to you later. You see us.